Hi Virgo, I hope you guys are doing well. This is going to be reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. General messages for October 1st to the 15th. To prep this Wisdom of the Oracle for you. I hope you guys are doing well. Any messages, Spirit, any messages that Virgo needs to understand for October 1st through the 15th of 2019. 2019. Okay. We'll talk about some of the things that are going on in the sky as we go through the reading. 8 different transits, big ones, but I'm only going to talk about a couple of them that are relevant to us. Okay. The fates. Okay, Virgo. Yeah, I mean, you know, in October, too, is really a time of lots of karmic cleansing, for sure. Yeah. So what does this mean, right? Obviously, it means fate, karma, acceptance that there are things that you can't change and knowing what those things are, you know, knowing the difference between those things. And for those of you who are in relationships, this is about really understanding and accepting that other people are who they are and you can't change them. And the challenge is to accept them as they are and not to try to make them otherwise to suit you. You know, to make it more comfortable for you to be in the relationship with them. So this is a time to look at how you might attempt to mold people or situations to fit your view of how they should be, you know, just so that you can remain in the relationship a little more comfortably. And I know that is a little ouchy to hear, right? But we all do it in one way or another at one time or another. So this energy really wants you to look at where you might be doing that and really ask yourself, you know, what if who they are, whatever is happening between you and them or in this situation, what if it's perfect from the perspective of spirit? You know, because now is the time to accept what you can't change, even if it means that you just honor yourself and the other person by moving on. You know, love unconditionally. And sometimes that means each of us going on our own journey. You know, sometimes that is what it means. But your experiences right now in this energy concerning, you know, prosperity and abundance are really beyond your personal control right now. And you're really being invited to accept what is unreservedly just sort of fated, you know. This could be a temporary situation seemingly thrust upon you by an outside source, or at least what feels like some sort of force from the outside. But there is an underlying purpose that you can't see right now that's being determined by spirit. So you might not completely understand it, you might not feel completely ready for it, but it's all entirely necessary. You know, and I know whenever we get this energy, listen, it's always difficult to understand why certain things happen to us, right? But fate is a mystery, right? Yet what we do with our circumstances and the way in which we respond to life's challenges is how we rise up to greet our future, greet our destiny. So now is definitely one of those times to really be aware of your powerlessness to change certain situations, right? Because we can't control everything, and just surrender to acceptance. But hang in there, because life is going to get better for you. You guys do have a lot of beautiful transits coming up. So just act as if you believe, right? Just act as if you believe it. Your attitude has so much to do with how things end up rolling out in here. And this does indicate that serenity is definitely going to come upon you if you handle things like that with an open heart and with acceptance. And, you know, the message from the universe that I shuffle these as I premeditate, and whatever one lands on, because these are all double-sided, if you see, whatever one I land on is the one that I like to put out. And the one that I landed on for you is you have what it takes. Okay? And it says, always follow your heart unless it's been broken. Then you must lead it. Right? Then you must lead it back into love. Okay? So this doesn't only have to do with an intimate relationship. It could certainly do with a job. It could certainly do anything that in your heart space that you might be feeling some pain over, you know. Sometimes we have to lead our heart, right? Especially when it's broken or we're in a weird space trying to process things, right? All right, so I'm going to pull 2 cards for you in your past and 2 cards for a person or situation external to you that you've been dealing with. Whatever's in your heart, on your heart right now, whatever And that's how you're going to be thinking about it, right? These are general messages, so please only take what resonates. Throw out the rest. Try not to make it fit, okay? Definitely try not to make it fit. And remember, the energies could always be vice versa, guys. Always be vice versa. Energy is too enmeshed when we're dealing with people and situations that are very close to us. Energy doesn't understand where one ends and the other begins. Okay, any messages that Virgo needs to know for the time period of October 1st to the 15th, 2019. October 1st to the 15th, 2019. Messages Virgo needs to understand. It's going to help give them clarity. Help give them clarity on a situation. Whatever's on their heart, spirit, whatever's on their heart. Okay, Page of Cups. Okay. And this is going to be, so these two are for the past, these two are for the present. Oops. This is present. And these are fears. And then once we go through these, I'm going to sweep these and we'll pull cards for your blockages and some outcomes. Okay? So, in the past, Virgo, I'm getting that you really wanted to offer someone your cup, or you did. You offered your heart to someone or a situation, your willingness, your best intentions to a person or a situation, right? But at the same time, you felt like you were offering it, but it wasn't rolling out the way you had seen it in your mind's eye, or the way that was necessary in order to really work. Because the Empress is the mother of the tarot, right? This is all about planting seeds, planting ideas, cultivating them, growing them, and then birthing them, right? So this is about progression forward. This is about growth and movement and doing and growing things with those, anything within our lives. This can be growing within a career. This can be growing within a relationship, but definitely always establishing a foundation, a very strong foundation to be able to do these things. So I'm getting that in the past, you were very willing to do this with a person or situation, but something was going on where you felt this resistance, this person or situation that you were dealing with, they were just not on the same page as you. And in the past, I'm getting that they were dealing with the Ten of Swords energy and a Temperance energy. Okay. So, Virgo, I'm getting that you were dealing with a person, and I'm getting this very strong for a person. I'm not getting this very much for a job, though. I will contextualize it for a career in a second. But the Ten of Swords energy, the swords are put in the back over time. So I'm getting that this is in the past. So this could be that they felt very betrayed or backstabbed by you, or like the way things were between the two of you needed to come to an end. And I'm saying that because it's a general message, but I'm going to tell you what I'm getting more than anything is that this person who you met in your past that you're dealing with this with, they have unresolved issues from their past. Now this could be their deep past from their childhood, or this can be from past relationships, but in one way or another, they were still carrying scars from their past. Okay? And these scars were pushing them to really understand what worked for them, what works for them, and what does not work for them in relationships. And I'm getting that they had a very definitive view in their mind of what they needed and what they were willing to expect. Because the Temperance card is the alchemical card, right? It's all about mixing together what you need and what they need to create this third way of compromise. And it being kind of this this mixture of things that really needs to be very fair, right? And I'm getting that you were dealing with a person, or a situation that they were just not going to have anything that even smelt like lack of fairness or lack of compromise. All right, this is like really about compromise. Now, if this has to do with your career, this could be that you're working for someone who was screwed over by a past employee, or who took chances on the past with past employees, and they ended up losing a lot of money, or they ended up losing, a name in the business, or something happening. This could have been a really bad experience with a business partner or something of that nature, and them just not being willing to take the full chance with you if things didn't look exactly the way that they felt they should look. So I'm getting this perspective from each of you each of you mirroring perspectives to each other that are not in alignment with what you each thought things should be and things should look like. So for your present Virgo, I'm getting the King of Wands reverse, which is, this indicates a lack of willingness. Okay, you want to give somebody or the situation your heart. Okay, here we go, right? I mean, you were the page in the past, and now you're the king. All right, you are very, very willing to open up. You know exactly what's required to make this work. You know what's required to succeed in this career and in this position. You know what's required to make this friendship work. You know what's required to make this relationship work. And you're not afraid. You're not afraid. But you have a lack of willingness to move forward because of something that this person, I'm going to pull qualifiers on this right now. Why is this King of Wands reverse, Spirit? What's with the delay? What's with the delay in this heart space for Virgo? What's going on with the delay? Oh, I don't feel like that's ready. Let me cut these. Okay. Oh, well, it's pretty clear. We have the Death card and the Nine of Wands. Okay. So I am getting here, Virgo, that you feel like this person is not working the same way as you are towards building this future together, and you're not willing to continue on this path as it is in the way that it is. So if this has to do with a relationship, because the Death card, yeah, the death is an ending, obviously. But it's an ending the way it was up to this point. Because look, we have the Pope, we have the Sun. So this is about endings and beginnings, a very scorpionic energy, okay? So I do get that how it's been, whatever happened here, you're not having it anymore. You're not having it anymore because you feel like somebody is not showing up in the way that you need them to show up. It's like you know what's necessary, and you don't understand how they don't see it, and how they're not understanding what you're saying. Woo, devil energy. All right. All right. Virgo. We got the Devil card. I don't have a problem with the Devil card. The Devil card, yeah, I mean, look, it could be addictions for some of you. This is a general reading. So the Devil card can indicate either you having or dealing with somebody who has addictive issues. So this could be anything from substance abuse issues to an issue with food, right? Overeating, undereating, right? Maybe if they have, bulimia or anorexia or something like that. Anything like that, gambling, any sort of addiction, fill in the blank. But it can also be an addiction to low vibrational thinking, to negative thinking, to half glass full. Or, I'm sorry, half glass empty kind of thinking, right? The opposite of that, I'm sorry. So this is like this negativity here that either you're exhibiting or the person that you're dealing with is exhibiting. At the same time, you do have a willingness to want to move forward with them. I am getting that you're very sexually attracted to this person. If this has to do with a relationship, it doesn't have to do with a relationship. This is you being very, very willing to move forward on this career path, but you identifying that there is something that's unhealthy about the situation. And you're all about justice right now, Virgo. You might be dealing with a Libra, but I'm getting that you're very about justice. And what is justice? Justice is all about karma. It's about the leveling out of karma. It's the revisiting of things. And again, man, October, lots of karmic clean out, big time. So we get that this is your issue. Now let's talk about where they are right now. So you're all about, you're willing. You're willing. You have the willingness. You're attracted to the situation. Sexually attracted if it's a relationship. Mentally attracted if it has to do with the job, you're there, but you just don't like the negativity that's going on. You feel like you're being treated unfairly. And they feel very self-imprisoned in their own mind. Now, this could be, they know that they have this addictive issue, okay? And they really don't know how to help themselves because the Eight of Swords reverse is very much about self-imprisonment within the mind. But in the same way, it's about not being totally honest with themselves. And I'm getting that they don't know how to enter this next phase with you. I feel like this person or situation that you're dealing with, really, they don't know how to get out of their own way. Because the Seven of Pentacles upright is about this. There's such an optimism about the Seven of Pentacles energy, because it's about really starting this new cycle, you know, this next cycle in their life. And they really don't know how to do that. And the Pentacles is about mental health, emotional health, having the resources that are necessary to move forward. And I feel like they're just not connecting with the Pentacle energy, with their earth energy. They're not connecting with their earth elements, you know, which, and you are an earth element, right? I mean, but it's still not being able to get out of their own mindset right now. In the fear sector, we have for you the High Priestess reverse and the Six of Cups reverse. So the Six of Cups reverse tells me that you're feeling very nostalgic about it could be this person, the situation, or about a past person, a situation that you were in, that you are, you're afraid of revisiting something here. There's a fear of revisit is what I'm getting here, because this is about nostalgia. This is about revisiting, right? In the reverse, it's this revisiting to something that was not very healthy in your past, that you might have the tendency to slap on those rose-colored glasses and give it more of an optimistic spin than maybe it deserves, you know? And you knowing viscerally that this thing should stay in the past, but yet you're thinking about it, and you are being kind of pulled and called in this direction. And because you're being pulled and called in this direction, you have the High Priestess in reverse is about you not trusting that inner voice. You're not trusting your intuition. You're hearing something, you're seeing something. It's making you feel very kind of divided within your own mental space, where you're just, something doesn't line up, something is smelling funny to you, and you're just not trusting yourself right now in this particular space. And that's not a comfortable space for Virgo at all, right? Because you guys are the Hermit. You're very very in your mental space. You know, the archetype of Virgo is very in your mental space kind of energy, and you're really not trusting that inner voice right now, and it's kind of scaring you. You're just not sure if you can trust yourself. And the person that you're dealing with, they're fearing this King of Pentacles energy. So they're fearing not having everything that they need to move forward in this situation with you, right? And they're fearing, ooh, you know, man, I have to tell you, getting the Six of Wands in the fear, because Six of Wands is all about respect. So I'm getting, it's like there's a situation going on here with this person or this circumstance where they're very tuned into the fact that they're not respecting you in the way that they should, but they know that they need to if they are going to progress forward with you, because they're afraid of actually not being able to give you and the situation the respect and the support that's needed in order for it to work. So this can definitely be, for some of you, you're dealing with somebody who has some sort of pathology going on, where they have some sort of addictive problem. And this could even be heavy anxiety, heavy depression, just this negative something that they cannot get out of their way. Now, this could certainly be you being the one with the negative issues, right? And listen, Virgo, we have to be honest with ourselves, right? You might be the one, and their fear might be fearing your ability to respect them in the way that they need to be respected, and you being able to show up and be supportive in the way that you need to in the relationship. Because the devil really can go either way with this, okay? So you have to take this message, because it's a general energy, you know, how you see fit. But let's get the blockages to talk more about that. I feel like we need more information, especially on that devil energy. That's popping out big time to me right now. So, you know, is this where the karmic retribution is being paid? That was a weird shuffle. That just didn't. Oh, the cards are feeling very stubborn to me. Very stubborn. Much better. Thank you. Okay. All right, let's get some blocks and outcomes. outcome energies, please. Spirit, blocks and outcome energies. Blocks and outcome energies for Virgo, October 1st through the 15th. Let's see what's on the bottom. Queen of Wands. I do like that. Queen of Wands energy on the bottom. Alright. Well, I feel like there is this willingness, but something's in the way. Okay. This is for them. So we're going to pull 4 blocks for you, 4 blocks for them. And then we'll pull outcome. And we can pull more cards for the outcome. Alright, so you're feeling blocked in your ability to move things forward with this person. You're feeling very blocked by the fact that you're dealing with what you believe to be some sort of emotional manipulation, and this is blocking you. This is blocking your ability to go in and say, all right, this is what we need to do. Because you feel like somebody is being emotionally manipulative with you. Now, their block is, them being able to move forward and make things happen with you. They're feeling blocked by the Magician. The Magician is all about making it happen, bringing things to fruition. You know, the rolling out of positive karma is the Magician, and this is in their block. And with the Knight of Wands in their block, lack of willingness to move forward. Yeah, so I feel like there's some sort of dishonesty happening here, even if it's only like to themselves, even like through omission. So the Three of Wands is telling me that you are in a space of not being able to make a really clear decision about how to move forward. Because the Three of Wands is about creativity, you know? It's about looking forward and saying, all right, this is what we're going to do, and this is what it's going to look, and this is where we're going to live, and this is, you know, but in a beautifully positive way. And in the reverse, it's telling me that you're just not able to do that. You're not able to do that because what's also blocking you is this King of Cups energy. You know exactly what's necessary in this relationship to be successful, in this circumstance to be successful. You know. This is again, you got it. Got the King of Cups. So Virgo, you know, but just the fact that you know doesn't kind of matter here. Only because you have this inability to be able to be creative in your thinking and envision yourself in a life moving forward with this person or within this situation. But you are very much in connection with what's necessary for you. And they have the Knight of Cups reverse and the Two of Swords reverse. So this is telling me that they're acting very impulsively. And the Knight of Cups reverse is telling me that they are very afraid. This is blocking them. This Knight of Cups reverse. This emotional manipulation is blocking them. They're either doing it within themselves or what they feel to be emotional manipulation by you. But it doesn't even matter because in their mind, what's blocking them is this ability to make a decision. The Eight of Swords reverse as the outcome tells me that you're in a space of self-imprisonment and feeling very stressed out over feeling very deceived. And there's a sense of betrayal here. Whether the person meant to or not, or whether you even meant to or not, it's happening here and it's very internal. But see, the thing is, we have the Wheel of the Year here in the reverse, which is the Wheel of Fate. And we have so much fate stuff here. Look at this. We got the fates here. We're in October. This is just a month of like sieving through the karma. Because Pluto direct at 20 degrees of Capricorn, the second into the third, guys, seriously is pushing us. What's working, what's not. And that's clearing out the karma. But then we have the 13th, that full moon at 20 degrees Aries, where it's like really pushing us, you know, to deal with power struggles. Because this is an Aries and Libra kind of relationship. And Aries is about assertiveness and Libra is about partnerships and fairness, you know. With that Pluto challenging, again, with all this projection, there's going to be power struggles. And Jupiter is jumping into things to help harmonize the situation because, you know, Jupiter is trining the moon, sextiling the sun. So that's adding some blessings into this. And the reason I want to, you know, remind us of that is because the Wheel of Fate can be good, it can be bad. The fact that it's in the reverse, in the outcome, I don't care that it's in the it's actually in the reverse. It's on the table. So I just feel like, what I mean by that is that doesn't give me any sort of clarification. Spirit, give me more clarification, please, for Virgo. For this outcome energy. Clarification with this outcome energy, please. Yeah, okay. Okay. All right, yeah. I mean, Virgo, you're feeling the need to move on, or they're feeling the need to move on from the situation. The situation is being moved on from, because the Nine of Cups is about dreams coming true, right? So there's this identification that this person or the situation is not actually going to bring you to where you want to go. And the Four of Pentacles energy is, you know, people say it's having what you need. Yeah. Virgo, you have what you need, but there's a miserly energy to this. You know, we do say it's kind of like the card of stinginess, right? Somebody who holds too fast and too tight to their pentacles. So this can have to do with resources, either your resources or their resources. But think about what Pentacles means. It doesn't only mean resources in the tangible. It's also how we do relationship. It's how we connect. It's how we're supported. It's how we're supportive of each other. And it's you holding very tight and fast and not being willing to do that. And the Five of Pentacles reverse is mentally feeling very supported, but it not being reality. This is not real. So I'm feeling like, Virgo, I feel like you don't feel supported, they don't feel supported in the way, and I feel like it's all in your minds. There's just this thing this month about poor communication. Look, you showed up. Yes. We need to do some thinking here. You need to take some space. Don't be too hasty in making a decision right now. Just focus on the recognition of something. Step out, kind of let life roll out. Yeah, remember that fate, the card of the fates there. Okay, Knight of Swords, the Empress, Temperance. Okay, you know, the Knight of Swords in reverse is about somebody coming in being dishonest, or you just not knowing what to trust. You at least feeling that they're being dishonest. But I do get that the energy is surrounding this situation to actually have growth potential. But you guys really need to get this fairness straight, because the Temperance is an alchemical card about, you know, mixing what you need, what I need to create this other thing. Yes. So I just feel like there is not, karma's going to roll out, Virgo, and you are not going to like what it looks like, and you're going to have to just accept what it looks like and just be honest about it. Okay, we got the Lover's reverse. That indicates the shadow side of your personality is coming out. Yeah, the shadow sides of your personality coming out, and that getting in the way of you guys finding quick resolution. Okay, and that's for both of you, okay? That's for both of you. Both of your shadow sides are coming out. Yeah, again with this emotional manipulation and this unwillingness to move forward here. Yeah, all right. So that's that person or situation. The cards are popping here. Yeah, you're going to be finding out some information. The Seven of Cups reverse tells me that whatever you were suspicious about, that you suspected wasn't right, some information that you feel like you didn't have all the deets on, it's going to be coming out. It's going to be coming out. And give me a final outcome then. What's going to happen for Virgo Spirit? 2 cards for this outcome for the Seven of Cups. Okay. I want another one. Okay. Listen. Something's going to come out about this person or situation. It's going to create a lot of anxiety inside of you. You're not going to feel that you can build with this person and that you can move forward and you can create that foundation. And you're simply not going to be able, to bring yourself to take the chance with them. This is about self-preservation. Okay? And you not being willing to take this chance with this person or the situation that is not ultimately respectful of you or serving you in the way that you feel like you deserve. Yeah. And that is what I have for you, Virgo. Until next time. Thank you.